Well, it will probably be a small percentage in the region of 1 to 2%, because what we're looking at here is micro renewable wind technology. Essentially, we're looking at rolling out a pilot project first, seeing how that develops. Obviously, there's a lot of technologies out there in terms of horizontal and vertical axis micro wind turbines. So we want to see how they work first in Gibraltar, and then we can take it from there.
So how will this work? Will the electricity be fed into a grid?
It will be fed into the grid. It's part of the renewable energy strategy. Not only will this energy be fed into the grid, but there's also some amendments being carried out to the Electricity Act, whereby if, for example, a property owner wants to install a micro renewable device on their property, after going through the planning process, they can do so, and they would also feed into the grid.
Now, has there been some number crunching done to see whether the benefits of these onshore generators will outweigh the cost and maintenance of them?
What we're looking at is a power purchase agreement model, so there wouldn't be any installation costs as such. It pretty much depends on the offers that developers put to the government, and we would take it from there. Obviously, we wouldn't assess only the economics. We need to look at the potential environmental impacts, which is why we've been expressly clear in the expression of interest that there can't be any impact on birds and bats and the natural environment generally.
Some of the areas suggested is the car park such as this in Eastern Beach, but some people might be concerned that they'll be losing some car parking spaces. Some of the roundabouts as well have been suggested, but many of these have some sort of monument or fountain on them. How are you going to select which roundabouts?
Well, in the case of Eastern Beach car park, for example, what we're looking at is proposals that will not have an impact on parking, first and foremost. There are a number of technologies that could be implemented using, for example, the facades, replacing lampposts, for example, with vertical turbines. And that is also the kind of technology that we're also looking at in terms of roundabouts. We've included roundabouts in the expression of interest, but that need not necessarily mean that all roundabouts will be fitted with a renewable energy device. We've left it open. We'll see what offers come in, and we'll take it from there. What is more appealing will probably be the new roundabouts, the ones that are presently in construction. Those are the ones that I suspect developers will be looking at more closely.
Gibraltar is very small, so some people might be concerned about the health and safety aspect of having these generators on a roundabout in close proximity to people and vehicles.
Well, this will form part of the assessment process. Once we get all the offers in, they'll be assessed from an environmental perspective, from an economic perspective, and also from the engineering side of things. What's clear is whatever goes on a roundabout, for example, will have to be safe, or else it won't go there. The technology is changing really quickly in the field of wind turbines. You've got your traditional horizontal axis wind turbine, which does emit noise and can be problematic for the natural environment. But you've also got a new type of turbine, which is the vertical axis turbine, some of which don't produce hardly any noise at all. The issue is more to do with vibration, but again, that has a solution. So these are the kind of innovative technologies that we are encouraging developers to submit as part of the expression of interest.